In the city of Kano, there lived a vibrant young woman named Aisha. She was in her mid-twenties, stunningly beautiful and fiercely outspoken. Aisha ran a small boutique in the heart of Sabon, selling trendy clothes, perfumes and accessories. She always dressed like she was stepping onto a red carpet. Bold colors, flawless makeup, and sky-high heels that clicked confidently, even when she dashed to market just for tomatoes. People nicknamed her the runway queen. Aisha loved everything sharp, sharp style, sharp wit, and above all, sharp men. Men with the presence, authority, and edge. Yet, her boyfriend Ibrahim was the complete opposite. He was a quiet, gentle primary school teacher who wore neatly pressed shirts, simple leather slippers, and always expressed gratitude for the smallest things. Ibrahim never raised his voice, never argued, and often slipped money into Aisha's bag, even without being asked. He treated her like royalty, and over the time, that became the problem. One lazy Saturday afternoon, Aisha's best friends, Fatima and Zainab, stopped by her apartment for their usual gossip session. Church drama, rising fuel prices, and the neighbor who nearly fainted over her electricity bill. Out of nowhere, Aisha let out a heavy sigh. Fatima noticed first. Aisha, waiting again. Zainab rolled her eyes. I swear, if this is about Ibrahim again. Aisha leaned back dramatically. My sisters, this guy is too soft. I can't breathe anymore. Fatima blinked. Too soft how? Aisha continued. He's always saying, yes darling, sorry darling, take my card darling. Long romantic texts with heart emojis every hour. It's suffocating. I want a man, not a devoted puppy. Zainab laughed. You are complaining that he loves you too much? Aisha shook her head. He's too soft for my liking. He treats me like his mother, not his woman. Last week, I deliberately oversalted the stew just to spark an argument. He tasted it, smiled and said, it's perfect, my love. I didn't want to spoil your effort. Who does that? The girls burst into laughter. Aisha went on. Another time, I was struggling with heavy bags from the market. He rushed over, carried everything, and helped me even to unpack it. The shop security guy asked if he was my younger brother. I almost died of shame. Fatima smiled. But that is sweet, Aisha. Aisha rolled her eyes. I don't want sweet. I want fire. I want a man whose presence shifts the air in the room, not someone who blends into the furniture. That same evening, Ibrahim arrived with a small box of cupcakes and chilled yogurt, his usual gentle smile lighting his face. Surprise, my love, he said softly. Aisha forced a smile. He knelt carefully, cleared his throat, and opened a little velvet box, revealing a simple but elegant gold ring. Aisha, you've been everything I wanted. I may not be the loudest or the richest, but I will spend the rest of my life making you happy. Aisha, will you marry me? Aisha stared at the ring, beautiful but understated, then at Ibrahim's hopeful eyes. She didn't tear up or scream yes. She simply said, I need time to think. His smile faltered, but he nodded. Take all the time you need. I will wait. That night, Aisha lay awake, imagining two futures, one of endless care with Ibrahim, and another with a commanding, powerful man who walked in like he owned the ground beneath him. She knew her choice. The next morning, she sent Ibrahim a message. "You are a wonderful man, but I need someone stronger. I'm sorry, it's over." His reply came hours later. "I wish you nothing but happiness." She blocked him, changed her status to "Soft men are cute, but kings rule empires," and told herself it was time to find a real man. Her friends warned her, but Aisha didn't listen. She wanted intensity. She didn't wait long. At her cousin's lavish wedding, Aisha arrived in a shimmering emerald gown and heels sharp enough to cut glass. As she navigated the crowd hall, a deep commanding voice called through the noise behind her. "Lady, your dress is caught on the chair." She turned and saw him, Yusuf Adamu, tall, broad-shouldered, with a neatly trimmed beard and a voice like rolling thunder. He wore a perfectly tailored abada that hugged his frame. Moving with quiet authority, he glanced at her briefly. "Carefully, sit before the food runs out." Then he walked away, leaving Aisha's heart racing. In her mind, she thought she had seen the one, the bold, energetic man with authority. Yusuf didn't cut her the way Ibrahim had. No daily sweet messages, no flowers, no "have you eaten?" Instead, he issued instructions. "I will pick you up at 7. Wear something modest. I don't like that your loud friend of yours, Fatima. She talks too much. I've ordered grilled fish for you. That is what we are eating." Aisha gushed to her friends. He takes charge. He knows what is best. That is real masculinity. Zainab frowned. "They didn't even ask you what you wanted." Aisha laughed. "That is the point. Alpha men lead." Within 3 months, Yusuf proposed, not on one knee with candles and music, but over dinner one evening. He looked her straight in the eye and said, "I don't waste time. I have decided you are the one. If you are ready, we start marriage preparations." She giggled. "You are so serious." He replied, "Life isn't a joke." She was thrilled. Finally, a king had chosen her. Even when her mother voiced concerns, "This man is bold, yes, but something feels off in my spirit." Aisha dismissed it. "Mama, you are just old-fashioned. I'm marrying a real man, not a gentle boy." The wedding was grand. Aisha captioned her photos, "I didn't settle. I waited for my king." Friends envied her. Ibrahim liked one of the posts quietly from afar. Aisha felt she had won, but the victory was short-lived. The morning after the wedding, Aisha woke up expecting affection and laughter. Instead, Yusuf stood in the doorway holding a printed sheet. "Come to the living room. We are reviewing house rules." He read the rules aloud like a military officer. Rule number 1. Wake up at 4:30 a.m. daily, no exceptions. Rule number 2. No makeup outside the house. You can't leave this house without written permission. Rule number 3. Friends must not visit you in this house. Cut every relationship you had. Rule number 4. Your mother visits once every 6 months. and go the same day. She can't sleep over in my house. Rule number 5. Change your SIM card and delete all your social media platforms. I don't want to see you online. In fact, no more use of Android phones. Rule number 6. No trousers or short dresses, only wrappers or long skirts. Rule number 7. Dinner must be ready before 6 p.m. every day. You must cook fresh foods every day. I don't eat leftovers. Rule number 8. All finances must be handled by me. Hand over your ATM card. Rule number 9. You do all the cooking and cleaning alone. No house help or living mates. Rule number 10. Disobedience to any of the rules will be corrected firmly. He slid the paper towards her. Sign this paper to confirm you comprehend the rules. Aisha laughed out loud, thinking it was a joke. When his expression didn't change, her stomach dropped. Are you serious? Yes, he nodded, deadly. The weeks that followed stripped away her sparkle. Yusuf deleted her social media apps. Married women don't need that exposure. Unfollowed every male contact and scheduled her meals. When Fatima visited unannounced, he blocked the doorway and said coldly, "This house prefers peace. Please leave." Aisha walked her friend out in tears. One afternoon, Aisha's mother arrived with a pot of her favorite tuwo. Yusuf returned early, saw unfamiliar slippers and demanded, "Who let you in without my permission?" Her mother replied calmly, "My Dora." Yusuf turned to Aisha. "Did you seek my approval?" When she raised her voice saying she is my mother, his hand flew across her face in a stinging slap that left her ears ringing. He showed no remorse. "You made me do it. Don't test me again." The abuse escalated quietly but relentlessly. He took her phone at night, monitored every call, banned her favorite clothes, and forbade outings. When she once visited the market without prior permission, he called repeatedly until she turned back home in fear. On their first month anniversary, he criticized her cooking and ignored the celebration entirely. One night, after he smashed her phone for watching a short skit, instead of preparing dinner instantly, a small voice started whispering to her, "You wanted a brave lion as a husband, but this lion is capable of eating your life." After that first slap, a painful realization dawned on Aisha, just like when NEPA brings light and you suddenly see the cockroaches you didn't know were in your room. She had thought she was marrying a lion, but now she knew he wasn't a lion. He was a hunter and she was the bushmeat. Aisha knew she had to escape. At 3 a.m., while he slept, she gathered a small bag with hidden savings and slipped out through the back fence, scratching her arms on barbed wire, but never looking back. She walked miles until a night taxi took her to her mother's house in the old neighborhood. Collapsing into her mother's arms, she sobbed, "Mama, I can't anymore. I'm done." Her mother held her without judgment. "You are home now. You are safe." Aisha slowly began rebuilding, planning to reopen her boutique, healing day by day. One afternoon, while eating alone at a quiet restaurant, that deep voice shattered her peace. So this is where you ran to, Abi? Yusuf loomed over her table, eyes burning with rage. You embarrassed me. You are my wife, my property. Pack your things. You are coming home now. As he slammed the table, a calm, familiar voice cut in. Is this how you speak to a woman? Aisha turned, stunned. It was Ibrahim, holding a takeaway bag, standing tall and unafraid. Yusuf snarled, "Look, the weak teacher wants to play hero." Ibrahim stepped forward, voice steady. "She didn't run to me. She ran from your cruelty. And if you lay a finger on her here, you will answer for it." Yusuf laughed mockingly, seized him up, then stormed out with a final threat. "This isn't over." Aisha's hands shook. "Ibrahim, thank you. I don't even know what to say." He smiled gently. "You don't have to," she whispered. "I was so wrong about you." He replied softly. Many people mistake kindness for weakness. Real strength doesn't need to shout or hit to prove itself. Before she could say more, a warm voice called, "Baby, I got the drinks." A lovely woman joined Ibrahim, smiling politely at Aisha. "Hi, I'm Sarah, his fiancée. Ibrahim has told me about you. I hope you are healing." Aisha forced a smile through fresh tears. "I'm getting there, thank you." Ibrahim took Sarah's hand, looked at Aisha kindly and said, "I always wish you through happiness, and I still do." Then they left together. Aisha sat alone for a very long time. Finally, she stood, head high, and whispered to herself, "I threw away a real man because I thought gentleness was weakness. Now I know quiet strength is the rarest kind." She walked out into the sunlight, carrying regret, but also had earned wisdom. No false king would ever fool her again. Hi friends, please subscribe to my channel. Click on subscription button, turn on all notifications so that whenever I post, you get the notification to watch an interesting story. What are the moral lessons in this story? Number 1. Kindness is not weakness, it is true strength. Aisha mistook Ibrahim's gentleness, respect and quiet care for weakness, only to realize later that real strength lies in a man who loves without controlling, corrects without violence, and stands firm without becoming a monster. The gentleman she rejected proved his power by protecting her calmly when it mattered the most. 2. Be careful what you wish for, the choices you make in marriages. What feels like thrilling dominance and authority at the beginning can quietly turn into toxic control, isolation and abuse. Aisha chased a lion who commanded respect but ended up trapped by a man who treated her as property instead of a partner. 3. Never ignore red flags for the sake of an ideal. From the strict house rules on day one to dismissing friends and family to justifying violence as correction, the warning signs were there. Aisha overlooked her mother's intuition, her friends' concerns, and her own unease because she was blinded by the fantasy of a real man. Listening to wisdom and trusting your instincts can save you from irreversible pain. Thank you for listening to this story. Kindly share your thoughts about the story with me in the comment section. What lessons did you learn from this story? Give the story a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. See you in my next video. Bye.